My story from the chapel relates to a Christmas Eve service back in the late 80s. At that point in time, the original configuration of the chapel had sliding glass doors in the back. The doors could be opened and chairs could be put on the patio to expand the seating for those high attendance services that would come around periodically, like Christmas Eve. And this particular Christmas Eve was one that I attended, and what was unique about it is that it had snowed that day, and they were getting snow flurries through the evening. Now you think about those doors being open and sitting on the patio when there's been a snowstorm come through. It was a little cold. I mean, there were efforts made to mitigate it. There were tarps that were draped to try to cut down on the wind and to keep what little bit of heat in. Some heaters were put in to try to provide some more heat back there. But the reality was, unless you were in that first row outside and got some of the heat bleeding out from the inside, or you happened to be sitting right next to one of the heaters, you were going to be cold. It was just that simple. And it was one of the times when standing in line for communion really wasn't all that bad, because that meant you were inside where the heat was. And it was also the time where you really kind of wish that you had pews out there, kind of packed into pews instead of on individual chairs to, kind of stay warm together. But we all managed to, get through it, and it made for an interesting experience. I can't help but wonder, though, if that experience for some of those people didn't have some kind of impact on how they thought about the capital campaign when it was time to build a bigger sanctuary.